So this is our FormZ program. Once you open this up using either the icon over here or through the All Program Start, you can open up the FormZ program. Once you're in here, you are going to have to set up a few, just like in AutoCAD, you're going to have to set up a few settings, okay? And that setting has to do with a little bit of a navigation thing, okay? So first things first, go into, when you open up a screen, okay, first time you use it, you might want to go to this thing called, make sure that you're in this little button that says pick, okay, and then right in the tool options pick box there'll be this thing called frame. Make sure that you have crossing right left, okay. What that means is that when you pick a crossing, when you pick by crossing, you're going from the right side of the screen to the left side of the screen, and that kind of looks kind of like how AutoCAD works, right? I think, okay. Second thing is to go into the Edit pull down or Edit tab and scroll all the way to the bottom, and there'll be this thing that says key shortcut. Okay, I don't think that's going to show.
Basically, you set the crossing to be like AutoCAD, right?
Yeah. And so the key shortcuts, you'll get this little another dialog box, and click where it says Load Default. And once you see that, you'll see another Load Default come up. Go to Preset 1. Click. Okay, and then where it says Orbit Spin, select right mouse button. It should be like the fourth one down. Where it says Pan, come down and select Shift right mouse button. Okay, and this will make it act like Rhino program that you will be using beginning middle of next week or so. Alright, so set that and then say OK. And then go back to the edit once again and go way down on the list where it says Preference. And see where it says Preference right here? Make sure that you click on this Use Custom Preference File. And here you'll see where the preference file comes or is stored. You could always select where to set this preference file, but what that's going to do is save the setting that you made right now. And every time you come into a new program, all you have to do is to go into that that previous button and then go into load, and you'll load your preference file into it. Okay, so we'll do that when we get to that point. But right now, at quit is where you're gonna put this save preference file at quit. So when you get out of the program, it's gonna ask you, hey, do you want to save your preference file? And you'll say yes, and that's it. So say OK to that, and you'll be ready to use the program. Okay. Okay, so let's begin. It's just like any other program that we've been using. We have the application over here. We have a bunch of pull-down menus, and this area right here, what I call like the telemetry thing. It tells you where you are on the screen, okay, or where you are in the model space. As soon as you move your cursors, notice that the numbers all change. Okay. These area right here, again, it's like your application. Your save, your print, and all that stuff is all up here. These are the settings that the view settings that you'll put together for what the model view style is going to be like. Okay, and then this right here is how you're going to view your model, from the right, from the left, from the front. But generally, we usually work from from your axle view. And then you have your navigation, such as the orbit. Okay, click on that button, and then click on the left mouse button, and that'll get you the orbit. Pan, or pan is this hand thing, right? And then zoom, click, okay, and then, and so on and so on. If you ever get lost in this program, you might want to select this this key right here, fit all. Okay, right now we have nothing in it, so it's not doing anything for us. Either that or go to view and then Z3060. It's not bringing us around, huh? It should have brought us to this view right here. Okay, but we'll just deal with it. We'll just deal with it as is. Okay, so on this side of the screen we have your basic modeling tool. All of these areas, if you hover over the tools, expand it, it has a lot more commands. In FormZ, it isn't like AutoCAD where you have a lot of redundant command, and so some of these command only, well, majority of these command only exist in this one spot. Some do have redundant functions. What's here might be on the pull down, but for the majority of these commands, it's only in this one location. Okay, so that in that manner, you're going to have to remember where these things are, so that you can kind of get to the commands that you want. Okay, down here is your reference plane. Okay, so this is your ground reference plane, this is your Z reference plane, this is your YX reference plane, and so on and so on. And the grid spacing that you could set up for that, 10-foot grid spacing, and so there's a 10-foot grid and it's divided into 5. That's what that means. You can change that. If that is 10 foot divided into 5, that means that each one of these grid are what, 2 feet grids, right? Okay, so if you want, you could make that bigger, smaller, whatever, but for now just keep it the way it is. On the other side right here, we have your snap setting. This works kind of like how the snap works in AutoCAD. Now, it is for these 3D modeling program, it is easier sometimes to work with the snap setting on, unlike AutoCAD, since the models, if we're looking for general sizes and we need to stick to a certain absolute number, it would be recommended that you use the snap, and you could toggle that on by just pressing on this little key right here. Is it depressed or not depressed? Is it happy or what? Okay. So right now our snap grid setting is in 1 foot spacing. Okay, and that's all right, because that means that it's just going to go to the halfway point of that. Okay, and then over on this side is the rotation angles, and then over here, these are what's these are the same thing as your O-snap in AutoCAD, right? Go to the endpoints, the midpoints, and all that stuff. Now, the majority of these, it should probably be turned off. This is like our running snap. So if you click this no symbol, it turns everything off. Okay. If you turn it on, only the selected snap setting would come on. So like in AutoCAD, if you have all of them on, your cursor is going to want to go everywhere on your screen. So I kind of recommend that maybe you just keep the single point, snap to a point, and maybe snap to a line interval section, and maybe even snap to intersection. But for now, just at least keep the end snap to a point on, and the next one over, which is a snap snap to interval. Okay. On your right hand side of the screen is your wait, I forgot what they called it. Tool palettes. Yes, I believe that's what it was. And the tool palette works in conjunction with your tool modeling tool on this side. Whenever you select a tool on this side, like the draw tool, you'll notice that the tool option and stuff changes, right? So basically what that's telling us is that once you select a tool, all these other options start coming up. Okay. So in that way, you use both sides of these tools in tandem, one with the other. So don't just select this thing and then not. Oh, don't just select one side and ignore the other. Once you click on one side, always look on your other side and see what all these options are gonna do. Okay. Most of all, we'll try to keep it at this pick point as a default. And let's see. We will begin by drawing. Like I said, we're going to try to keep this simple. Drawing this little piece right here, and I'll tell you the dimension of it. And if we draw all at the same time, we should be able to follow along. So let me start a new video for that.